When you're a man, you just put your face in front of the camera. When you're a woman, you can't. So to everybody, I was sat with a towel on my head, and Tyler said, "Can we go on now?" No. Anyway, nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you too.
So I will say, everybody, that Tyler is actually on leave. You know that thing that they don't seem to get in the army. Tyler, tell me what life's like being you.
Being on leave, you can see I'm going now a little over a week and have not shaved my face. It's kind of nice. My in-laws are in town, so I'm just hanging out at the house, enjoying life.
So you've left them to play with the kids?
Yeah, I'm actually at school pickup for my daughter. I get here super early, so I'm like just sitting in the car for another probably 40 more minutes or so.
So the thing is that, you know, how long have you been aware of this? Of being
2016 is the first time I saw it. So what do we got? 4, 5, 6, 7 years now?
Yeah. What's it like? I mean, well, no, I can't say how many times do you get contacted, but, you know.
So
must be.
At first, I thought that I was just like, okay, you know, this is a fake account. I'm going to report it and something will get done.
Yeah, as you do. Yeah.
And clearly nothing does get done because they can literally take my name, my photos, pose as me, but that does not go against guidelines for Meta.
No, I don't think there are any guidelines.
There's none.
Because you can actually report anything. I mean, you can report them impersonating you.
Yep, I can report it, but it goes nowhere.
I mean, I'm not worried about their artificial intelligence because it's absolutely crazy. It just doesn't do anything. But you must get contact. I know your wife gets contacted a lot. You must get a lot of women contacting you.
So if I had $1 for every message,
you'd be a millionaire.
I'd be a millionaire because it's every single day, and it's by. And you know what's sad is it's 50-50. There's half that will say, "Hey, I have been scammed. I'm just letting you know."
Yeah.
And then there's the other half that's, "Hey, I found your real account, asshole. I want my $20,000 back."
Yeah.
And they still think that they're talking to me.
You see, I may be stupid, but I don't get that. I don't get how they can think you were the scammer. Case like, you must be pretty stupid if you're using your own face, saying you're all over the world and getting the money.
Yeah, they're actually, what they're going to do right now is, there's probably scammers watching this video right now, screen recording it. They'll screen record it. They'll put my photo down here, and then they'll send it to somebody. They'll say, "Look, see, I'm trying to have a live video to prove that I'm real, and it's not working." And that's what they'll do.
Tyler, I am on TikTok with several of the men that I've done live chats with no sound, and they use me as your mother, saying,
"Oh yeah, yeah."
You know, they videoed mom while they're away or something like that. You know, so they'll do anything with them.
So I personally think the only thing that you can do is just spread the awareness for it. Yep. That's it. There's not going to be a stop to it. I don't know if you know who David Goggins is. He's he's Navy SEALs, wrote the book.
Yeah.
Somebody did that to him.
Yeah.
And
his video was classic.
Okay, yeah. So you saw that. So you see that it's happening to everybody. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to stop. I think the only thing is you have to just spread awareness to it. Like, people need to be under the impression, like, hey, like I can come across any account and I instantly know if it's fake. Like, I was thinking about making another video and pinning it to my page. Yeah. So this way, when people do come across it, they'll see my page. And I write in my bio, I write only account. I have a whole highlighted section that says, "Don't message me about fake accounts," and I put fake accounts on there, and I'm writing people, they're blind to it. It's like they don't want to look at that. They still want to message me. It's kind of frustrating, but
What I find very frustrating is the fact that people find us after the scam, and then they come and tell us it's been you or one of the other guys. Now, if you're in a scam and somebody's madly in love with you and you're sending them tens of thousands of dollars, and then you suddenly decide, oh, I'm going to find out who he is. Why not search at the beginning? You're not difficult to find, Tyler.
No. And if you believe it or not, I had NCIS come do an investigation on me because somebody got scammed $140,000.
Yeah.
And I had to show the NCIS agent like my bank account statement. I'm like, dude, listen, like I'm broke as shit, dude. I don't have $140,000 sitting in the bank.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, and they're sending money via like iTunes gift cards, like
Steam gift cards.
Yeah, so I've actually gotten messages before saying, "Hey, I want my $12,000 in iTunes gift cards that I sent you over this last year," and I'm like, "iTunes gift like that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't want to be rude and say like, are you missing brain cells? But at the same time, it's like there's something not in the head there."
Well, I used to send my grandson iTunes cards because he lives away from me and used to like being online. But, you know, it was like 25, 50 pounds.
And how long ago was that? 'Cause I know iTunes gift cards used to be a thing here in the United States like a while ago.
Yeah, it's maybe 5 years ago now.
Yeah, see, it's like gone now.
You know, I personally, because I'm me, couldn't send money to anybody I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just not right with me. What I don't like is when they use the kids.
Yeah, those, and that's another thing too. So somebody had said, why don't I make my profile private? So I can make my profile private right now, and there's still thousands of fake accounts. They have my photos, right? That's one. Two, someone said, hey, why don't you watermark your photos? First off, I've done that, and the scammers will say, oh, yes, that's my main account, but this is my account that I use to talk to women because I don't want people to understand that I'm divorced or something like that. So it's me doing that. It's a waste of time. I hate doing it. And then the other thing, so if I make my account private, you'll see every now and then companies will send me stuff. Like they'll send me, I've got like protein stuff. I got, it's like product stuff. And in order for you to get that and get paid for it, your account needs to be public so they can view the analytics.
Yeah.
So,
and, I mean, I don't get why people are against you doing this, because I think you should. Also, I think it's the age of social media. I don't think that anybody should have to make their account private because some criminals might come along and think, oh, I'm going to be him, and steal all you've got. So it's a question of freedom, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've also several times before, I'll get a phone call, and on the caller ID it says something police department on it. I'll answer, and then they're like, hey, this is Agent so-and-so. I've gotten Texas, South Carolina, Detroit. I've gotten several of them. And people get scammed, and they go to call the cops. Oh, I just got scammed all this money. And it's like when the agent calls to tell me, I'm like, listen, I'm well aware it's a fake account. The person got scammed. And typically it's like extremely older women talking to, it's just like, you're like twice my age, you know? It's just like, I don't know.
Tyler, I can honestly say, I feel I can say this as an older woman. I get your, I've got a fake account and that I use for the page actually on Facebook, but I get 20 or 30 friend requests a day from scammers, and I get I get your pictures often. Now, I don't know any old woman that's walking around with a bloke sort of 30 years younger than her anywhere.
Yeah, unless she's like a multi-millionaire, she's paying for all my stuff.
Well, I might accept those. Yeah, I could do with one. Yeah, I mean, they come and say, your age is just a number. I think you're beautiful. I'm thinking, no real man in the world is going to say, I can't go past your profile because you are so beautiful. You're not looking like this. So I just would like people to think and stop being so easy.
Yeah. So, you know, it's crazy. With Meta and everything, you can make any account. There's zero verification for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's like is a huge problem in itself. Like if they want, but the thing is, it's all money. That's why Meta doesn't care, because there are more accounts getting made. They don't care, and if they're sending money through Instagram, Meta is also getting that money too, because they'll charge people for it. So
yeah, and I mean, Meta's just made a new type of account that you can now, if you've got a main account, you can make up to 6 accounts attached to your main account, and it tells you you do not have to use your own name. So they're facilitating lovely, easy scam accounts.
yeah,
And it's got to be for numbers. That's the only reason that this would exist, for numbers.
And I noticed, so I block the accounts. Like they'll come across my page. It'll get notification. I get followed. They'll like my photos. I'll typically block them, and then it says this person has been blocked along with any other account that they make. Like part of me, I wonder like how accurate that is. I think I saw my blocked list number the other day, and I think I'm over like 1,900 people I've blocked.
Yeah, our block list on our pages is very impressive. I think we've probably got as many blocks as we have followers. But I get angry that this thing actually exists, because they are so pathetic. They've got to pretend to be somebody else to get anywhere, and I like to stress that you can't do anything about it.
No, there's nothing I can do. Like I said, there's having my profile. Like I got friends right now who their accounts are on private, and every now and then I'll see them put on their story, this is a fake account, this isn't me. And it just takes one photo, and that's all it really is, And if they find you on Facebook, or you have any of your settings that allow like photos to be seen of you that you're tagged in, that's all it takes. So
it does.
yeah, I kind of gave up on it. I block accounts when I see them, but I no longer entertain the people message me, oh, there's a fake account. Yeah, but I see your message request every day, and that's it.
I don't get it why they contact you and tell you. I think if I'd been scammed by your pictures, you were the last person I would tell. Oh, by the way, Tyler, you don't know me, but I've been scammed using your pictures. I don't know why, because I don't know what they think you can do.
Yeah, that's the fact that
I would like to know, actually.
I was, right, let's say if I got scammed and I found the person's actual account, and I see on there, the screen shows me their profile, and I see the information about it. And when it says only account, and then I see that, because I'm on that page to message you, I see where it says only account. Then I also see on the same page, don't message me about fake accounts. They're like, nah, screw that warning. Let me message them anyway. It's like, come on, man. Like, what do you want me to say?
It's just like they feel as if they're more important than you. But I just wanted, I like to do these because we use these for a long time. Scammers can use your pictures for a long time. We can use your video for a long time.
Do it.
Because it's sort of, you will be aware that if they do a video, if they do a voice call with their victims, and they do, their voice is a little bit different to yours,
Their voice is not in English. Sometimes it's in Spanish. Sometimes it's in French. Sometimes it's in languages I have no idea. Sometimes it's in English, which just really, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Sometimes it's in English, which is really crappy.
It is.
Accent. But then, like, if you see the videos of me on my page, it's like, dude, I don't sound like that.
This is what I like to do. I like to, sort of, that you're not going to call everybody babe and honey, that you don't talk with a weird accent because your mother lived in Germany for 3 weeks, so you've got a funny accent. Yeah. And somebody's just said there, what about video calls? But they'll take a video of you, they'll play it to a victim for 5 seconds and say, oh dear, it's bad reception, we can't talk. And the victim says to us, but I know it's him that's doing the scam. I know it's him because he moved. I think I would like a little bit more proof than that. But I like, as I say, I just like to get it from you. I like to.
Oh no, absolutely. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys have your page. Like I said, there's not going to be any stopping it. There's no.
When the money stops, the scams stop.
Yeah.
When the money stops, the scams stop, because that is the only way it's going to happen. Because it's too easy to make vast amount of money. So I will leave you to your. Is she close to coming out?
Not until another like 25 more minutes. So.
Oh, you're enjoying this peace and quiet, aren't you?
Yeah, my wife is at the house with my other 2 kids, and my in-laws are there hanging out. So
let's say now he's not divorced. His wife's at the house. His wife's at the house. Yep. And they've got 3 children.
Yep.
And you know, there isn't anything true that comes over about you in these scams, because every bit of information that they pass on, it's all ridiculous.
Another thing too is that really is brought up a lot is scammers will say they'll use military people as targets, right? They'll say, hey, the military isn't paying me to go home.
Yeah.
That's another huge one that you'll see. If the military, like, they'll say, oh, I see that Ukraine is a huge one right now. I've got so many messages.
I got a Ukraine one today as well.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm sending you money because I heard you're fighting in Ukraine. No, I'm not in Ukraine. I'm here in the comfort of the United States. So
Tyler, without being funny, any person with an ounce of brain cell, if the U.S. Army is fighting in Ukraine, we would be on World War III.
Yeah. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll use that, and they've also said that I'm in Syria, right? They're like, oh, hey, I see that you're fighting in Syria, and you need a couple $1,000s to get home to your kids. No. If the government sent me to another country, they're gonna pay to have me come back. Like, so I've seen that several times too.
Do you know what I got? And this is no word of a lie. That you were in Turkey, because you know Turkey's got a big war on, but the rest of the army came home, but you had lost your wallet, so they wouldn't let you come home, so they left you there.
Oh wow, that's interesting. And well, leaves it somewhere.
You know, the thing is, it's difficult to answer that, because you think, come on, woman, you know, really, do you believe that?
Yeah.
I just think we need people to have a bit of sense, Tyler. Yeah. Oh my God, I was talking to someone in Israel saying he's you. Yes, there's a lot of you in Israel at the moment. I mean, everything that happens, oh, let's send the US Army out there. And they've got these blooming kids in across the world, too bloody lazy to work. So like would never do.
Right there says, Warita 2038, please. What'd she say? Can't you understand that he is one of the scammers? So she thinks.
Oh, could you get that woman off here, please, Sophie? You see, I'm sorry, but I have no time for stupid. I've got no time for bitchiness. But Warita 2038, get off.
Yeah, Warita 2038.
I have no time for stupid. I've got some people on here watching.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think you've been averaging a little over 200 people this whole time, which is it's good, I guess. I mean, like I said, if there's people that see it and understand that this is my only account, I'm married, 3 kids here, safe in the United States. We'll get that. Maybe it'll help someone. I don't know.
And Tyler, can you just? So we know that you paid all the time that you're away, and I'm sorry to have to say this to everybody, but it helps. You paid all the time that you're away. I never get that one. And you aren't going anywhere.
No. I do have orders to Japan, not until like April time frame, and my wife and kids are all coming. But that's not like anything now.
Yeah, that should be quite exciting, really. You all going to Japan, you know.
Yep, we're all going to Japan. Yep, in April. So we'll be out of the States for a couple of years, which will be nice.
But you'll be all together, which is really nice. Yeah. But what the thing is that I also want to sort of stress is you won't get a phone call today saying, Tyler, pack your bags because you're going to Israel tomorrow.
No, that will not happen.
It does not work like that. Deployments are organized.
Correct. Now, yeah, that's completely fake. If anyone says I'm in Israel or I'm about to go to Israel and I need money, that's fake. Not true.
Well, there you are. Somebody's even had an email from your wife or a message from your wife.
Yeah.
They do say, don't they, a lot?
Yep. She gets messages all the time. They comment on her posts all the time. They call her ugly, and they're just mean as hell. And it's just like, dude, come on.
Yeah. I mean, calling Tori ugly. They're probably just extremely jealous. I could be happy to be as ugly as Tori. I mean, she's gorgeous. You know. But yeah, and I think that's awful. You know, we've got some of the guys who's one victim turned up on his grandma's porch.
Oh wow, really?
And knocked on the door, and I'm thinking, would you dare? Really? Would you dare? But you know, they shouldn't. It's their mistake. They've been scammed, and that's awful because I know lots of people fall for scams, but they shouldn't take it out on you.
Yeah, boss. Please, I would pray that no one comes showing up at my house because it would not be a pretty scene.
I don't blame you. I mean, I just think, you know, there are crazies everywhere, and it worries me that a bit. But
yeah.
I mean, the people that could turn up. But yeah, it's just an awful world. But thank you so much for talking to me. Even if you
absolutely. And another thing too, I'm not sure if you've caught out to that. A new thing that they've been doing is if a Facebook account gets hacked, right? They'll send a message and be like, "Hey, send me your number." And so I've gotten that from like friends that I know.
Yeah.
Like friends that I know will message me on Facebook and they're like, "Hey, send me your number." And if you send them the number, that just unlocked your account for a scammer. So I'm not sure if you guys were aware of that or not, but just making sure that gets spread out there too. That if someone's messaging you on Messenger and says, "Hey, what's your number?" or "Hey, send me your number," don't do that. And then links. I'll get messages of links all the time, like, "Hey, dude, I just saw you in this picture. You might want to check it out."
Yeah.
So they're smart. But the biggest thing is people being aware to it, because if they're unaware, they're easy targets.
Yeah,
but
and I mean, any links at all. I keep getting those links, and they do you know? I think you know this person, and they're dead, and a link, click, you know, and I think, oh come on, that's really, you know, that's bad taste. That I was scammed by a Tyler and posted went for 4 months asking for gift cards. See, at the first ask for cards, Tyler, that should be the block button for me.
And you know, it's funny. I was like, man, you know, like if one day, you know, I die, at least I'll know there will be thousands of other fake me's living out there
forever. We have two guys that we knew on the page, and they both sadly died in 2019. And we have, and they were in the army. There was another one who was an engineer, and he died too. And they still use him. They still use them, you know, all the time. And it's pretty. They know they're dead. It's not that they don't know.
Yeah.
They know they're dead because we know the stories. But yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm not used to this many people, and then they're all sending comments.
Yeah.
I read this quick. It's lovely.
But yeah, another thing that I've been doing too, like if I take pictures with like any of my friends and I post them on Instagram, half the times I will tell them like prior to. I'm like, hey, tag you in this picture, and I like almost have to give them like a brief. Like, if I tag you in this picture, a bunch of people are gonna follow you, and possibly scammers. Some of them don't give a shit, and then some of them are like, yeah, don't tag me. So.
Yeah, well, in a way, you've got. I don't know. It's difficult to know how to handle it. Do you ignore them and just live life anyway?
Yeah. I like I said, I entertained it for a little while and was messaging people, and then I kind of just gave up. There's way too many of them. And now, like I said, if I received $1 for every single time, yeah, I would probably message every single person back because I would probably be making thousands of dollars.
Well, I was going to say you'd be as rich as Donald Trump if you had $1 for everybody that contacted you.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to stop. I often thought it would when the word got round, but there just are more and more scammers and more victims. So
yeah,
we've just got to raise awareness. That's all we can do.
Yep.
I do leave you guys alone. I wish they'd leave Tori alone. I wish they'd leave the kids alone, you know.
Yeah,
but there again, I suppose they make money for them, don't they?
They do.
In spite of
they make a lot
of all the crap that goes on there. Somebody thinks you're funny and have a sense of humour. There you go, see? There's a new career for you. Keep up the good work of entertaining people. You see? You didn't know that, did you?
Yeah.
But no, it's a sad, bad world, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, you guys just got to keep on doing what you're doing and just keep on making your posts when you do.
It's all you can do, and then hope that people actually see it. And, just don't fall for it.
Yeah.
Just be a little bit more cynical. Just do some checking and just don't say, you get the thing saying, you get them all the time. I get them all the time. Really gets my back up. Hello, pretty. I'm thinking, how dare you speak to me like that? But yeah, there are 96 million fake accounts and the rest. I'll put 0 on the end of that, Diane. But
Yeah,
yes.
right.
So.
But, I mean, is there anything else you want to cover for a little bit, or was that it?
Just basically, that's it. I just wanted everybody to know that you are where you are. You are in the situation that you're in, and that you are a bit fed up of everything that's going on. And it's yeah, we found a free facial identity thing we keep passing out, and everybody's transformed now. They can all do these searches. About Christmas holidays. Oh yes, Tiny, you do not need money to come home for Christmas.
Correct.
No, but nobody would. If you were away, Tyler, and you can't decide, oh honey, I'd really like to get to know you. Can you apply and get me home for Christmas?
Yeah, no, that would not happen. I would. See, that's another frustrating thing, man, because they use holidays, they use births, deaths, they use everything possible. But that wouldn't be a thing if I was away and need to get home to my family on Christmas. I wouldn't be, putting that. I wouldn't be asking somebody on social media. So yeah, it's inaccurate too.
And yet, well, this is it. You join the army and you go away. I mean, like you do, because that's why you join the army. You can't say, and we get this a lot as well. In the army, you get this a lot as you're not in the army, and I keep saying army.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just burning inside every time you say army and soldier.
I know. Oh, I'm Navy. My son's Navy. And I just,
sorry.
I just get so, yeah, I'm ex-Navy a long time ago, 300 years ago, but my son's still serving. My son's still in the Navy, so.
Yeah, the Marines are a branch, or a department of the Navy. But ahead of time, if people say Army or something, I don't ever buy, unless it's like somebody I know and I mess with them and say, hey, I'm not in the Army, I'm in the Marines. I just mess with them.
I like Marines because where I worked, they were our security, and I could never get my shoes really sort of like, nice and shiny like Marines can.
Mm-hmm.
So if I made them sandwiches, they used to make my shoes nice and pull my shoes and make them nice and shiny. So,
cool.
and my son, he works in embassies, so we often come up against US Marines.
Yeah.
It's just, you see, Tyler, you got me with a towel around my head. It's just taking away my brains.
That's right. But
so I will tell everybody you just got out the shower and they've got a message said, can we do the live now?
Yeah. Well, we're here.
Seems when you do lives you get all the hackers are coming out. Yeah, they do. Hacker equals scammer. Scammer equals piece of crap. Yeah. That's it, really. So there's Joe. Joe's our boss. So yeah, there are 3 fake Tylers here. Oh well, if we've only got 3, we're doing quite well, really, aren't we?
Right.
Yeah. So I do apologise for getting it wrong.
No.
I shouldn't really. I should. I was Women's Royal Naval Service, but my son, for some weird reason, went on submarines, but he's not now. He's off them. He does defence attaché stuff in British embassies.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So, yeah, it's much better than me thinking about him being under the sea in a submarine, because I never quite like it. So, we will all say, have a good Christmas. Happy holidays.
Okay. To you, and if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out.
But next time, give me more. If we do this again, just next time, just say, Ruth, can we do this in 15 minutes? Not right now.
Okay, got it.
Just in case. So thanks very much, Tyler. I really, really do appreciate you taking the time to do this,
even
though we have filled in the time for you doing the schoolroom.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, you've been averaging close to 200 people for this last minute, so I think you've gotten it out pretty, a good amount. So
yeah, and then we put it. Well, I downloaded it, put it on Facebook.
Okay.
And so we'll get another good one of that, and then it goes on our YouTube. So and we'll get loads and loads. We get hundreds and hundreds of those. So we do put this around, and it does get around a long way, Tyler. So it's really great. So you go and wait for your daughter.
Yep, they'll be getting out here any minute. Well, any minute the people come out and they do the check. So.
Well, Merry Christmas, because it's nearly. Have you got your tree up yet?
Our tree's been up since Halloween. My wife put it up today for Halloween.
Oh, because my daughter-in-law's got a tree up, and I'm thinking not it's too early.
Yeah.
TikTok. Are you on TikTok, Tyler?
I have a TikTok, and it is Tyler.Thomas912. I haven't been on it in a little while. I haven't posted on it in a little while. TikTok's just one of those apps that just really consumes so much time, and it's so addicting. So I haven't been on TikTok. I have it. There is one account. Even on there, I've talked on that account about that's my only account too. So
I just think TikTok is vile. It's just I don't get it.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, every now and then I might go on it, but my account I use the most is Instagram. I use Instagram. Facebook is mainly for my family, and like Snapchat is like for like family and close friends. Yeah. Instagram is the one that I'm like just full blown. Everything is on it.
Yeah. Well, we got that sorted because people there are loads of TikTok because TikTok's too easy. We've got impersonator accounts on TikTok that say they're us using the logo and the words and everything. Joe reports them all the time, and they come back as, "Oh no, they're fine." And they do.
Yeah, there's actually a TikTok account, and I think it had over like 200 or 300,000 followers on it, and it was like Tyler Thomas the Marine, and they have all of my videos from Instagram, and they loaded it on TikTok, and I couldn't even report it to them because at the time I didn't even have a TikTok. So I made one. I saw that account. Like I said, it had a couple 100,000 followers on it. Still there because every now and then someone will send me a video from it.
We got one. It's just
look,
it's so easy
there.
Mate.
Jess Peraza, that's a fake me right there. That's my selfie I took in my Eagles jersey, saying "You are so cute." Jess Peraza.
We might be able to do something about that one. We probably can. Jessie Paparazza, you are so cute.
Yeah, and
Jessie, because we can't even see whether you're cute or not. I'm going to go and play now. Joe, can you get Jessie Joker there? So they're having an argument now on. See, Jenny knows where it all comes from. We know where it comes from. We talk to them, you know. But yeah, right. This time I am going to go, and I'm going to leave you to your school run, and we will talk again anytime we can help.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you very much, Tyler. Thank you. Bye, everybody.